3.05 video lesson for the assignment, and I'm actually starting on page 4 because one thing I forgot to say in the previous video is that you do need to click here where it says The Premature Burial by Edgar Allan Poe, and that is going to open up the story, and you need to read this part of the story. And then it has the guided questions as you read through it. Actually, you're reading the whole story. The guided questions, which will help you to understand the story. And sometimes Poe, we have changed a lot in our language since he wrote these stories, so sometimes they are a little bit difficult to understand. So use those guided questions to help you understand what's going on in that story. And read the whole thing because the lesson has to do with this. So hopefully you actually have already read that story since it did have it at the bottom of the page. But if you haven't, make sure that you do that now. And then once you're done with that, come back to the video and finish watching it. And I'm going to go through the instructions right now on what you need to do. So on page 5 it says to read without reflecting is like eating without digesting. And it has the assessment instructions which say, for this assessment, you will use your informal reading journal to write 2 analyses of the premature burial. Part A is a well-developed paragraph. It's just one paragraph. Paragraph analysis, or in a well-developed paragraph, analyze Poe's theme in the premature burial. Your paragraph should state the theme in one sentence. What specific story elements, plot, settings, characters, or conflicts are essential to developing the theme? Be sure you are specific. Be sure you use specifics from the text that you noted in your reading journal in writing your response. So, for example, you are going to say, like, in this story, in The Premature Burial by Edgar Allan Poe, the theme is this. And then you'll go on to explain how you know that is the theme by talking specifically about things in the story. You might even quote it. But for sure you're going to need to say, like, I saw this theme here in the plot, or here in the setting, or here in the characters, and so forth. Part B is also a well-developed paragraph. And in this one you're going to compare the theme in Premature Burial to something you have personally experienced, observed, or read about. Be sure, again, to use specifics. So your first paragraph is about the theme of the story. The second paragraph is about something that you have seen or experienced or read about that goes with that same theme. And then part C is you're going to complete the guided reading questions you answered. So remember that those were in the story as you went through. You should have written down the answers. And so you can come back to them here. And actually it comes up as a Word document, which is nice. So it's probably going to look like this, and you have to actually hit Enable Editing. If for some reason it doesn't pull up like a Word document, you can probably open it in a Google Doc, and or you can copy and paste it in. So when it looks like this, you can actually write on it. But I still do need you to put your name, the name of this class, which is English 2B, and then it can say reading journal like that, that's fine, and then today's date, or I mean not today's date, the day that you submit the assignment or the day that you start writing the assignment. And then with your reading journal, I would actually like you to, above these questions, go ahead and copy and paste in or you can write it right here to the 2 paragraphs that you wrote, part A and part B for this assignment, so that it's all on one document, so you can submit it all together as one document. Make sure that when you answer these questions that you write in complete sentences. Start every sentence with a capital letter, end with an end mark, a period, an exclamation point, or a question mark, and make sure that you answer completely. They don't have to be big long paragraphs, but they do need to answer all parts of the question. This assignment actually has quite a bit of writing, so it probably is going to take you more than one day to complete it. It'll take several hours probably to do it right. So, but don't let that stress you out. There are, quite a few questions, 14, in addition to those 2 paragraphs. Don't let that stress you out, because as long as you have clearly made a complete effort and done your best, that's all I need in order to give you full credit. So follow the directions, follow the basic rules of grammar, spelling, and punctuation, and then be complete and thorough. And that's it. Thanks.